or if you're new, hello, my name is Megan. Today we are going to do my weekly spending tracker. This is the second week, so right in the middle of the month, so that's kind of cool. I always keep thinking that it's closer to June than it actually is. Since I've already done my biweekly budget number 2, it feels like I'm already done that budget, so I'm all kind of screwed up in my schedule. So this is going to be from the 8th to the 14th. 8th to the 14th. This is just a dollar store pen. It's Office Works rollerball pen in size 0.7. I got this at the dollar store. It kind of actually sucks. It leaks everywhere, but my writing is all in this pen. If I use any other pens, my writing is completely different. It mainly looks like this, like kind of bubbly and weird. So to keep it all the same, I decided to use the same crappy pen that like exploded on me last video. So that's that. Just so you know, these are my budget sheets. They're from my Etsy shop. It's called BudgetQueenShop. I've had a lot of orders recently, so thank you very much. You can see that in my weekly spending here. I've gotten quite a few transactions from Etsy, so thank you guys so much with your support on that. So let's just get started. First, I write out the categories. And again, why I have it this way is maybe your budget, it changes week to week with your categories. So I don't want to have it so that you only have your certain amount of categories for every week. I want you to be able to change it if you'd like. But mine don't change, so I just write it out the same way every week. And of course, now that I have the Band-Aid on, it's affecting my writing. I have you guys zoomed out as well so you can see my transactions and my spending tracker here. So sorry if it's hard for you to see. I will be talking through this entire video, so if you can't see any numbers, you'll be able to hear it out of my mouth. So woohoo for you. Household and other. And if you haven't watched my week 1 spending tracker, you should do that before you watch this one. They kind of all go in sequence. I am filming a lot more, so just make sure you go to my uploads and then find the correct video. So anyways, what we do here is we have our categories listed. Now we go into our spending tracker. So first we go to our very first category, which is groceries. Then you go down, you add this. You add the transaction number 1, then you go down and then add this transaction and then add to this transaction. So that's what you do. But I have an iPad that is too old to have a calculator on it. So I had to do the calculations off camera, which annoys me because I like doing it with you guys. Just shows you step by step in person how I do it. So I'll still be going through it with you, but I already have the numbers written out on a draft page beside me. So just so you're wondering, I'm not a math whiz. I have the math already done. So groceries, $44.15. I put a little dot beside it after I count it in. $5.35, that's probably a jug of milk. That's actually what a jug of milk costs for a 4-liter in British Columbia, Canada. So let me know how much a jug of milk costs where you are from so we can kind of compare that. $9.01 for groceries there. $107.48 there. $17.93 there. And I think that's it for groceries. Yep. So those 5 transactions came out to $183.91, which is really good for us. As you can see, last week we crazily spent on groceries. It was just a long week, I guess. We were hungry and out of groceries. So this kind of reflects what we usually spend-ish. So we're trying to be around that number instead of that number. So that's why it's nice to have a weekly spending tracker. You can kind of see week to week how your spending has changed. So we have definitely reflected from last week and said, hey, we need to tone it down for this week. And there we can see it actually happening. So our remaining balance, so what we do is we take our category balance right here, subtract it by the actual spent number, and now we have left is $202.58. For gas, you can see that we haven't spent any money. I have a line here where it says week 2, so you'd see gas there if we spent, and we did not. So we have $20 left. I think we will use about $35 to fill up my husband's tank when he needs it at the probably week 3, just because he is back at work now, so that is awesome. Anyways, going to eating out, we have $30.61 there. We went to A&W for dinner after a very long day, and it was very delicious. So it is pretty expensive. A&W, we didn't get that much stuff. We kind of all shared and whatnot, so that's that. My husband went to Tim Hortons today to surprise me with a ice cap, which I didn't need because I'm trying to lose weight, but I didn't even drink half of it, but that was nice of him to think of me. He drank his and half of mine, so it's not going to waste, trust me. So those two totals equal to $36.64. We had a 0 monthly budget for eating out, so we are over obviously by $36.64, and that's all right. That happens, and that's why I keep these categories in, even though I don't have a monthly budget for them, because stuff happens, and you know, you can spend in those categories by accident or on purpose in my case, and just add it in there so you know that you're spending out of that category. So for my husband's spending, you can see here that he has no spending. So that is 0, and he has 0 still. Then for me, you can see that I have no spending, so that is 0 as well. I did spend last week, so we are over $29.36 still. For kids, we got formula here. For formula, we get the Nestle Good Start. It is $25 for 900 grams. It's like a can. We got 2 of those, so $50, very expensive. Diapers, they were $25 per package for each of my kids. So that is expensive as well. So both of those add to $100. My daughter is turning 1 at the end of the month, so she has a health appointment, and they will see how she's growing and whatnot, and see if she can be off of formula and go to like cow's milk instead. So we'll see at that appointment if she's ready or not. So what we have left is actually negative $12.49. And that's all right. My kids need freaking diapers and formula, so that doesn't matter at the budget. We just have to make sure we're spending less elsewhere. So for household, we just got the ant killer here. We went to my in-laws' house for dinner. Nothing big, super small, and still self-isolating as much as we can, but in the province that I live in Canada, we are able to see just immediate family in small groups, so we were able to go to their house. But when we came back from their house to ours, there was this huge ant's nest in the front of our house. So my husband went out to Home Hardware and got ant killer, and that was $44 freaking, which was a lot, but we needed it because the ants invade our house, which is crazy, and we didn't want it this year, so we just didn't cheap out, and we just bought what we needed to get. So that was expensive, but we'll have it for a long time because it is a big can. So if another family member needs it, we'll let them know that we have it so they don't have to buy it as well. We didn't have any transactions there, so that was 0, and we still have $50 in there, so that will help with all of our negatives there. So if you add this all up, we were at $365.34. This is very average for us to spend about this much, so week 1 was a lot. This is very average, like I said, so it's nice to be on track again. So for the category balance, you add and then subtract all of your totals, and what I have left over is 135.68. I know, very tight, and I don't think we'll do it at all, but if we could keep it as close to that as we can, or just a little bit over, that will be nice to just stick around that. So I just want to show you guys a quick teaser here with my daily spending. I'll make sure you can see this. So if you did not catch, I have reconciled kind of our daily spending. So this is 2 weeks of spending in these sheets, and I've done my weekly spending tracker. So bi-weekly budget number 1 has been done. I just have to put all of these numbers in my bi-weekly budget number 1, which I will be doing with you guys tomorrow. But the quick teaser I wanted to show you guys is we made a debt snowball payment of $1,000 today on my husband's credit card, so that is awesome. We've made a couple more, or was it one more? Right here. It just says debt. I need to put snowball there, actually. I hope you guys can still see me. Snowball. Because that is a debt snowball payment, and that goes in a separate area. So yeah, debt snowball payment here, debt snowball payment here. So that'll be an awesome video tomorrow. Please subscribe. Yeah, I'll be doing the bi-weekly budget number 1 results video tomorrow. Super exciting. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
If you walking